Yeah, put dots on it.
Welcome to Friday Night D&D with DM Kalsto. How's everybody doing?
Friday!
We've already got our Russian viewers back today, too. Or tonight.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Welcome back.
Get
What
ready
I
for a very
feel-
different vibe.
I feel like I'm missing some server people. I got Slumber. He's in trouble anyways because I missed the drive-through order today. So there will be hell to pay for that. Just wait and see.
My fault. Outside your kid's window.
Yeah, I had to go do a dad check. Oh, welcome back. And then, of course, our dear friend and fastest party member is the last one probably in.
I'm working on it.
But it's okay. I guess I can't look and see who has inspiration easily, so I guess I can't give any more out for any songs, right, Ari?
I don't have a song ready for today.
Everyone's just
Things are
falling through
looking
them.
down.
All the things we used to keep them happy are all just falling through.
No.
Did you at least get sushi?
Hold on one second, everyone.
The monster is back.
You want to realize what you said there, Deft.
The monster is back.
Oh, I meant the monster, like, running past this kid's window.
No, that's it. No, I understood that.
Man, you've already ordered tonight and everybody got to miss it.
You didn't even save it for stream? How dare you?
Do you want me to
He-
drive slower?
He did get a chocolate frosty. It worked this time.
And nuggets.
And nuggets!
We get a bear around here sometimes. So like a week or two ago, went outside and the trash was tipped over and the bag was ripped up.
That was
That's
me,
how you-
sorry.
Yeah, and that's how you know Misfit was around. But yeah, I'm so glad we figured out the discrepancy in travel.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Uh-huh. Specifically 10 times better.
Yeah, 50 days, not 500. That's I'm down for that. Because I also couldn't imagine that orb lasting up 500 days, let's be real.
Oh, wait.
Wait, hang on, Solomon, you got a level of exhaustion too, didn't you? Because you walked too far away from everyone.
Yep.
Great.
Don't worry. I will be fine as long as I only have to make athletics or survival checks.
Uh-huh. What about if you get a nat 1 on those?
Still at minimum of 14.
I don't know. Deft rolled a nat 1 on his stealth, and that was still 16, but he also said definitely nothing followed you at all. For sure, 100%.
For sure.
Anything outside of 10 feet of me? Yeah, no, there's nothing there. Does not exist.
Then why'd you lay down all those stick traps?
Just because there's nothing there now doesn't mean there will be nothing there later.
So are all your stick traps continuously 10 feet away from you?
Always.
Wow. You gotta show me that party trick.
Because that is going to come in here where I can't see.
Uh-huh. Or at least you can still see invisible things, right?
As long as they're within 10 feet of me.
It's not that he can see invisible things that are within 10 feet of him. He can sense invisible things within 10 feet of him.
True.
We'll get rolling here in a minute, everybody. DM's having to do dad duties.
Yep. Should we do a session recap in the meantime?
Sure. Although we'll probably need to do one again once Snowball returns.
Yeah. But we don't have to tell him that he's repeating himself.
I mean, I suppose we potentially do some campfire talk while we wait, but other than that,
True.
Yeah, the person I wanted to talk to isn't here.
Oh my gosh, you're right. We could talk about, because I know we've talked about it in like our Discord chats, but I don't think we've talked about it on stream. Who do you think's gonna die first in Thanatos?
The casters are up there.
who says anyone's going to die in Thanatos? I mean, we could get out of here unscathed.
Who's gonna die first in Thanatos?
My hit points say otherwise to the unscathed.
So do deaths.
Yeah, but I don't care about that one.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back. We were filling the air.
Nice. Well done, people. Oh, and look! Death's connected. The world is as it should be.
I don't see a Theris yet.
He's already connected. He just doesn't have his character.
Oh.
What? With that, we will pick up right where we were left last week. You guys had settled in to begin your long rest first night here. Not that night really is relative. It's always night. I believe our first watchers were Solomon, Sunthe, who wandered off, and Leah? Or Death?
I
forget
believe-
which one.
No, I think Depth was on 2.
So are those 3 correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. So picking back up there, while Tharis seems to be very restless in his current sleeping state, what would the 3 of you like to do? And roll some perception checks if you don't mind.
Do I get perception checks?
Can you see?
Within 10 feet, and I have ears.
We'll take disadvantage and see how it goes.
All right, just give me a moment. I'm turning it on my computer.
That many. I would like to speak with the child, but I'll let Slumber do their bit first.
Oh, no. Don't worry about it.
What, you
I
don't
think
think the
he's-
child wants to sleep?
I think he's just getting home.
I'm gonna say this is like first, half hour, just as they're going to bed.
As you tuck him in, what do you want to tell him?
So, as fun as it is to just call you child, did you want a name? Have you come up with anything?
Really haven't given it much thought. Never really needed one.
Well, I have dictated that you need a name, and I have some suggestions, perhaps.
Oh, okay. Whatever you think is best.
I just kind of like affectionately pat him on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my first suggestion is a word from my native tongue, Blin. It means little hope.
Not bad. What else you got?
Also, perhaps Orzo. I was thinking. Just kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't have a meaning per se.
He starts trying to roll his R's and
What about Strix?
that's kind of cool. What does that mean?
It's a type of feline creature in the Underdark. They're rather
Ooh.
cute, I must admit. It's been a while since I've seen one, so I can't conjure the most evocative image of it, but
Ooh, I like that one the best so far.
you remind me of them. Little thing. Alright. Strix then. See, I think someday you'll come up with a name of your own. Names are they are transitory things. You use them as you need them, and as time passes, perhaps you'll find something else that you like a bit better.
I need anyone who is proficient in Arcana to roll an insight check.
Okay.
You just see him kind of smirk a little bit as you're telling him this.
Oh, insight or Arcana?
If you are proficient in Arcana, roll insight.
If my runes were active, I could do this, but I'm also not here.
It's just you two.
I guess
Alex,
so.
are
I
you
could
asleep?
pretend to be proficient in Arcana.
Oh, he's asleep anyways because it's just you. This is on your shift, so I guess it is just Leah.
Yeah, because my rune's not active and I can't justify that.
He seems to find something very humorful about your comment about names. But he doesn't say anything. He just continues and smiles and listens.
You seem a little tickled by that.
No,
Something you've heard before.
just never had a name before. Cat will be very impressed.
Does Cat need a name?
No, I think Cat works quite well.
Alright. Well then, Strix, you have a good sleep.
Just don't tell him what my name means, though, otherwise he'll be mad. And he just kind of sits and he grabs his little orb and kind of holds it between his hands on top of his chest and just kind of falls asleep.
You two make quite the pair. I'll tuck him
You just see like Jambo wiggle his way over there.
in. Yeah, Jumbo's a cuddler.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
I still need a perception check for. Nope, I got everybody. Okay.
Yep.
I feel like I was missing someone.
18, which isn't bad.
Not bad.
Did you get exhaustion, Solomon?
Yeah. Yes, I did. That's why I rolled twice. Oh.
Your
No,
first 3 hours, pretty uneventful.
I need exhaustion dropped on me.
Well, you are long resting, I believe, so it's going to fall
Yeah.
off anyways.
Okay.
I could put it on there, but I'll save myself a couple of clicks. And unless it becomes relevant. But yeah, the most you see throughout the night, off in the far distance, you kind of saw like a single skeleton just like walking away. And that was Leah probably who saw it.
Okay.
He can't see very far. All right. So second watch, who do we have?
No, it's Ari, Deft, and I don't know if anyone else was on the
If I
second
take
watch.
any watches, it'll typically be first or last. That way I can get the...
Yeah, so probably last for you. For your rest. Let's see. Who can we pick on for rest? I think second watch is going to be hard because people with spells, and we have a lot of those. Actually, before we get to second rest, Sunthe.
Hi.
You said you walked off, yeah?
I did.
What about second rest?
How far do you want to walk off?
I rolled you a survival check. You can use that.
Sure.
It's above Tecto's message.
Looking.
Underneath Leah's first perception.
Oh, it's way up there. Hold on. What was Sunthe attempting to look for?
Food.
Yeah.
Because I told Solomon telepathically, I hunt things. I'm gonna go get food. And then I did.
You walk around and a pretty good distance kind of within where the camp is. This place is like completely empty, other than the single skeleton, which you also do see.
Another one?
No, just the same one. This is about the same time because it's watch one.
It got back up? This isn't the one I smashed, is it?
No, it's just like a random one that was walking through the field.
Okay, I smash it.
All right, so you run over to it. Make an attack roll in chat.
Yeah.
Leah sees they run over.
You just hear off in the distance like cracking bone sounds. They just scatter.
Yeah. That much, if it matters.
Mhm.
I'll take its head.
All right, you just kind of carry the skull back with you.
Yep.
All right, now we're at second watch. So let's see. The only non-casters we really have. Yeah.
Or sleep.
Well, everyone who is currently resting has spells, I believe. Whose spells do we want the least? Or do we just want to do really, really long? That's going to be hard,
Well,
though.
I think everybody needs me to rest.
Up to you guys.
I need to do create food and water.
Duff doesn't. Yeah, Duff doesn't really need spells, so he's fine on second watch.
Okay.
His magic doesn't really work down here to begin with.
So Deft has second watch. Let's see. Tanya. I think Tanya. Yeah, she's pretty tapped. She's used a couple and she has haste. Solomon already did his watch. Allie definitely needs more spells.
I can take it alone.
Up to you.
Reagan.
If anything happens, just kick Solomon awake.
Jambo. Actually, does Jambo need? I think.
Solomon's
yeah.
sleeping in his full plate.
Jason's only used like one. Jason could miss it if he needs to. He's only used one first level spell slot. And he rarely uses spells.
Actually, I should probably... we should do Heroes Feast also.
Do we have any of the components, or does anyone have the spell?
Yeah, say
Wait,
it's,
you
I
can
just got to
mimic.
change spells.
What
This way I
level
need
is
to
Heroes
rest and I can do create food and water and Heroes Feast. It's a 6th level.
Feast Well, Hero's Feast, you need the component for.
It's also a 6th level. It's also a 6th level.
Yeah, we can only do 3rd.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Do you want Jason to sit with you, or do you want to do it solo?
He can sit if he wants to. I got something I want to do though.
All right. He'll kind of sit with you. He sees that you're going to do it by yourself, and he's like, oh, no. Mm-mm. All right.
Leo?
Roll your perception check. Deft.
What's that?
So
Alright.
deft.
Alright,
Deft. You gotta use your spells. This is second watch. Do you want to skip your long rest?
yeah, she can't use most of her spells
go to
anyways.
bed.
Yeah.
All right. Jason's like, you're up too? I'm definitely staying up now.
No, seriously, go to bed. You should go to bed. You need rest.
He just looks very, very... Hold on.
Alright. But if anything happens, wake me immediately.
That's a 26 for an insight check. No, I think I'll stay up.
I mean, if you want to that bad, you
And
can.
he just kind of leans up and stares at both of you. All right, roll your perception check too.
That's
What?
convinced her to lay back down.
Okay. Your perception check is much higher than that. Yes, 22, 21, something.
Oh, 22.
22. Still kind of uneventful. It's not cold, but you both kind of have like this chill on your spine, like there's something behind you, and it doesn't really go away. Anything you wanted to do, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a couple little candles I have out of my bag, make a little circle.
Jason's watching this very carefully right now.
Well, okay, don't judge me.
He
I'm just
looks
like,
over at you before you start, like as you're putting this out, and he says, 15. Kind of raises his eyebrows and then just kind of folds his arm and watches you do what you're doing.
What does that mean?
That's how many arrows he has left.
Oh. I'm just gonna sit down in the middle of my circle. And I'm gonna get in like a meditative position.
Sure.
I don't know who's listening anymore. Except the guy in my lens, but you don't count.
No problem. Tastes like smoke.
I put my hands together like I'm praying.
Uh-huh.
I pray that my friends far away are well. I pray that my brother is well. I pray that I have the strength to see this journey through. Icon, if you're listening, does this body have a warranty? Was there a manual you forgot to give me? If so, can I please have it?
Roll a D100. Well, actually, do two things for me. For the first question, roll a D100. For the second question, roll a D100.
Oh boy. Is there one? Yes. Can you have it? No.
You call out to Icon. Well, no, not that question. Your first question was much different. So you don't seem to get any response from Icon, and your little smoky buddy seems to be quite quiet at the moment. However, as you kind of call out, you just feel like this bit of warmth inside yourself. And that chill on your spine kind of fades away. And your body just feels warmer.
He doesn't notice, but his shoulders just kind of slouch a bit. And he just keeps going. Why do I continue to be my own biggest problem? Why is this place full of crazy people, and why am I one of them? Icon, if you're listening, please give my dear friend Omosh a scratch on the chin for me. He acts like he hates it, but we all know he likes it deep down. Amen.
So the funny part about this, regardless if this is happening or not, or they can respond or see it, I just like to picture this somewhere, is Omosh is sitting right next to him like, see, I told you.
And I will just sit there for a minute, just kind of meditating, and then I eventually put my candles out and return to watch.
All right.
And Jason will judge me forever.
He looks elated that you finished watch without anything horrible happening. Very concerned that you might try to pull out your crown. So you both go back to sleep. At this point, everyone else starts to kind of wake up. So the remaining members of the party who kind of were sleeping, what do you want to do for third watch? And go ahead and roll perception checks if you would like to.
I only need 4 hours.
Yeah, you could be up again too.
I suppose.
Is that enough to get exhaustion off?
No, you got to do the full thing to get exhaustion off. Only your spell slots regenerate on short rest. Oh, for your elven, right?
Yeah.
I'll double check, but in total, you'll get your full rest regardless.
Solomon is still asleep.
That's gonna just determine if I'm up now or not.
I'd say probably wake up at the like halfway through shift 3.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Second watch an event.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing to report.
Do you look at Jason when you ask this question too, right?
Just more looking toward Deft, but
Don't worry, it's he just kind of like walks back over, sits down next to where Lee is waking up. Don't worry, he didn't end the world yet. Just goes to sleep for a power nap.
I can't end the world. I don't even know how to end the world. Why would I want to do that?
yeah, get some rest, you too. Her's gonna like grab a stick and see if she can't touch of ignition it on fire or not.
Nothing seems to work.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's only sustaining you guys from the effects of the plane right now. You can't even cast a spell until he has the stronger orb out.
As I'm rolling over to go back to sleep, I'm just gonna like pinch one of the ends of the stick and ignite it. Just see what you can do. Maybe you can. I don't know.
Smiles. Thank you.
It should be the other way around, but yeah.
It's a weird breath, right?
Okay. Third and final shift is actually pretty uneventful as well. It seems you guys lucked out on your first rest, so let me long rest. You guys kind of spread it out enough. You all kind of
That's to lull us into a false sense of security.
Yep. Oh wait, we got our hit points back.
I'm gonna say I think this is 2 high perception checks for Ari in a row. This really is a weird world.
Yeah, as long as you're kind of within his little area, you can still kind of do that, but it's a very small area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so through wonderful D&D rule law, you recover miraculously as you wake up the next morning. Damnedest thing. So, fresh, dark morning in the wonderful plain of Thanatos. What would you like to do for your second morning here?
Ari's probably still holding burning stick. It isn't fully burnt out. Alright, so now that everyone's awake, there's a few things we gotta discuss. So, we have 3 avenues that we can travel. If Smoke is right, and Yavos is a demon prince now, fighting him in his domain might be near suicide. I think we might need a better plan for that. We could try and make our way through the frozen sea, or we could try and go back up the portal we just came from. Trouble with both of those options is, well, whereas I can fly, no one else, well, except maybe Allie.
She looks over at you. I could fly, but definitely getting noticed.
Yeah. So, I guess those are our 3 options. We can try the frozen sea, we can try and get to Everlost, and then once magic's working, try and teleport to somewhere a bit safer, and then shift out wherever we end up. Or even just maybe shift out wherever we're connected to here. Or we can try and go up the frozen sea. Or back the way we came.
Okay, I have an idea. There's a lot of demons and devils down here, right? I can just put my hat on, and one of 2 things happens. Either Yavos comes to kill me, which, I mean, not ideal, but we can potentially bargain. Option 2, he doesn't come to kill me, and I can maybe get us some mounts.
It'll take a little bit of time, but we can make ground. I can summon phantom steeds to carry a few of us. Problem being, I can only do so as a ritual, so it will take me 10 minutes and it lasts an hour before they fade. We can double up on 2 of those.
I don't think that's worth it. That's going to take.
Brought up an excellent point. It's in my bag of holding.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
That does raise a really good point.
Theras, the food that you conjured doesn't disappear, right?
Would you like to summon some?
Yeah, so we can start our... Oh, I don't think we've eaten for at least a day, so might as well.
Not since we've been here now. All right, so ritual or what level spell is it?
I think it was... Was
It's
it
a third.
I thought it was second. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's a 3rd level conjuration. Yeah, it's a 3rd level conjuration, but it's also not a ritual.
How much food? Does it only do food or water individually, or does it do both at the same time?
You create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground, or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
I remember that part.
Food is bland.
We have containers.
Do you have anything to put the water in? Shunpei has a skull. That's about the biggest container I think you have at the moment.
Yep.
Beyond the ground.
You could just, I mean, 5-second rule.
I've got a bunch of bottles. I can drink my bottle of astral goop to get the bottle back.
Are they in your bag of holding?
I don't have things listed, but I have like a potion belt for easy access.
I completely leave it at your discretion because I trust you guys. And I'll still kill you regardless.
Oh.
I have nothing to carry any liquid. Oh, no. I have a water skin that I'll take water in.
Wait, guys, hear me out. I have a snow globe.
There's no liquid in it.
Never mind, it's in my bag of holding.
There might be liquid in it then.
If you have to ask yourself if it's in your bag of holding, probably not a very viable plan right now. And you had like 2 or 3 bags of holding between the people in this party, so ouch.
Did we really? Mine, I just kind of gave to myself and only used for jokes. Does that really count?
I don't remember how you got yours. So yeah. Oh, because yours is just you think it's a bag of holding. It holds bones.
Oh, I've been treating it as it actually is one.
Oh no. It's all good.
And I'd give her some first level druid's abilities right now. Good berries would help us out a bunch.
Ooh. Oh, I know. Speaking of which, as you do wake up, Theris, is there anything you want to do having the dream you had the night prior?
I'm trying to remember what was the dream again.
You had woken up and you were kind of floating about the consciousness of your staff, and you finding it feeding off of you.
It was the ebon form of death, correct?
Yeah, of the nerdy wizard death. Or aptly named Patience.
Do I know the name?
Yeah.
So, Deft, your friend Patience, I wouldn't say visited me, I sort of visited them. I think they're the source of why I can't access some of my power.
Oh, that one? I can't say I know that one. I mean, I had perspective. He was a pain in the ass, but...
And then there, I explained the scenario, how it looked, what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me a whole lot. I can't say perspective fed off me. I mean, he might have. I'm not really sure.
The only time I saw perspective was in a black void. It showed me, well, I think you were meditating. We had a brief conversation, but I don't recall him siphoning anything.
Do you have either of you have insights on what might distract or gain their attention?
I sent you a message too, Theris.
The only thing I can think of is perspective is very focused on Deft and was not very fond of me. I guess he felt it was a distraction or something.
In my experience, they are generally okay with the people they are born of, but I'm not entirely sure how it works. Nobody really ever explains things to me, so Excuse you?
No, I just made a smartass, don't worry.
Excuse you?
You said
I was going to ask, did you intentionally send that to everyone, or was that supposed to be to Deft?
Oh no, I intentionally did this, and I intentionally did it in Perspective's name. I was just messing around.
He can be funny. He can be funny too, guys.
Ari, you said you spoke with him in meditation. Was this you contacted them?
No. It was back when we were in the other plane. Remember when Sitesh showed up briefly? It was, I think it was soon after that, or soon before. He brought up that there's a way to get me out of that plane, but I'd have to leave all of you behind. He was trying to make some kind of arrangement on Satesh's part, I think. Though he contacted me while I was sleeping.
As when I was sleeping is when this happened. This is during the rest. As I'm talking to y'all too, there's like one spot on like my gloved hand. I just kind of my thumb keeps rubbing over.
I know Sitesh had a connection to whatever hive mind they're from. I'm not sure how he controlled it, but he was able to manipulate them to be relatively helpful.
She says that it mentions the hive mind, and I remember my connection to it. I'm going to try to see if I can access that. Use that if that ability's still there.
I think you used it through, because I thought that was you tapped into it with a spell.
No, I can't remember. It was something, and I'd rolled percentile dice or a 20 on something. I don't remember, and it was like, you're like, okay, you get this extra stuff. I just don't remember if it was a permanent or if it was something.
I think that was a temporary one because we were around a lot of them at that point, and that was like right as he had come back. The only person who has a permanent thing because of what happened while he was in the pod is Jason. So when he was getting turned into a drow, and it stopped midway when the power went out due to you guys and other things.
Something what you're talking about.
Something else turned the pod back on and finished the process. And it looks like that had some effects on Jason other than just making him a drow. But he, from what you do know, he does have a pretty strong connection, and Leah actually most days protects him with Mind Blink, right? I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that bond doesn't go through. However, since he's been here, he does look like he still is uncomfortable like he kind of was previously, although I'd say probably not to the same extent.
Alright, looks down at her right palm. I know Sitesh and I had some kind of bond. His eye kept appearing in my hand.
Are you sure it was his eye?
Well, I don't know, but when we saw him in the other plane, well, prior I was having some dreams, my right arm was hurting, then cast some kind of spell on my right arm, and then when we walked into a room with a beholder statue and fired a bunch of missiles, the eye appeared and made them all disappear. It was that purple starred eye.
Yeah, I think that sounds like Satesh's beholder. I don't know much about him. You know, patron of the patron and all that.
Ari, I need you to roll a charisma check. Okay.
21.
One quick second. Let's see. Oh, nope, I was going the right direction. I'm going to need you to go ahead and roll me. Let's call it a Constitution saving throw. As all of a sudden you see Eris's left arm kind of glow with this sickly energy, and it shoots in your direction.
I guess so. For the viewers, I shouldn't put this behind the scenes. So I messaged Kalsto that while I'm talking to y'all, you had mentioned how the other didn't like Ari and Deft together. And so I started thinking about just concentrating on that being and about how great Ari and Deft get along so well and how much Ari dotes on Deft. And then I had to roll a D100.
So, okay, you take
Well,
43 points of necrotic damage as he hits you with blight. And I also believe there's one more
does
effect.
blight qualify as poison? by
As this
chance?
happens, as my left
No
hand
pressure.
raises up, you see like a shocked look on my face, and I'm grabbing the wrist with my right hand, trying to like control my arm.
You know what? I'm gonna give her advantage on it because you're holding the hand. Go ahead, re-roll that Constitution save. That does pass. So go ahead, reduce that by half.
All right.
So 21.
That would be
So you heal back 20.
That's not me, Ari.
she kind of gets into a defensive stance.
All of them not like her? What? Are you okay?
Yeah. Uh,
Allie just kind of looks over at you, Thurs.
That's something else. That's not me doing that. And at the same, while this is happening, I see that I got a response. So I start thinking, I'm like, if you don't like Ari so much, maybe we could work together. Come out where we can stand side by side. Let go of my power so I can be stronger to help you destroy her. Basically, I'm trying to
Roll a
coax them out
persuasion
of
check.
me, and then we can kick its ass. You said persuasion?
Sure, roll a persuasion check. Yeah.
Something I'm not good at.
Out doesn't mean what you think it means. He'll come out all right.
I just want access to my power so I can help kick his ass.
He just kind of sits there. How about you let me take things over from here on out?
No, see, it doesn't work that way. It's a partnership or nothing.
Not yet. For now.
No, can't do that. You either work with me or I will find a way to expel you and destroy you. You may think you have the upper hand, and you may for the moment, but I will destroy you if you don't work with me.
Oh, don't worry. I'm quite patient after all.
Oh my god.
Ba-doom-tsh.
They all have bad puns.
Did Nick write this part?
Comes with the territory.
Hold on.
Nick's perspective would literally just be called puns.
I take 10.
Oh, you
It's like,
shouldn't have
yeah.
said that out loud.
Did you just give out a new gross inky boy to play with?
I know it's named the next Bard version. All right. So,
you have patience with you then?
That's what I told you. It's when I tried to save Def, I think it tricked me into taking it. It's feeding off my power. It's inside me, and I pull my glove off. This is the first time this has been exposed to Ari. You see my hand is encrusted and going up my arm. Tons of gems. But there's a big
Hundreds.
black one. Like
very large, almost like a black ruby.
Do you mind if I reach my hand out?
Sure.
With deft?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I hold my hand. I'm kind of holding the
Touch it?
wrist, though, in case it tries to do something.
All right.
Careful.
So as you touch it, everything goes black. And you're just in an empty void. And you kind of look over and you see this light. What do you do? You're kind of hovering.
I'm just gonna pause for a moment and look around.
You see this giant orb of like a light glowing bluish energy. And there seems to be something attached to the side of it.
I'll approach. Yeah.
Okay. How close do you get?
Oh, I'm going right up to it.
All right. So far, it doesn't seem to notice you, but it's got both of its hands on the side of this orb of magic or energy or something like that. You're not sure. What do you do?
Can I summon for Brennan?
You go to summon it. Nothing happens.
All right.
You are in Theris's subconscious.
Do I feel this or know this at the same time?
Nothing. Nothing. You just see the eyes close on Deft.
Right.
I'm going to try to focus and go in to see if I can go to the same place or something. If there's basically if Deft's causing a distraction, any way for me to wrest control or anything like that.
Okay. So you start focusing and meditating on that. What do you do, Deft?
It's nice to meet you, I suppose. I want to grab it by the back of its neck and just yank it back.
Go ahead. Actually, I guess it really doesn't need it. So as you go to lunge at him, go ahead and roll an athletics check as you go to grab him.
Oh boy.
As you go to grab him,
Luck point.
The very deft screws up.
I'm not good at strength, okay?
Don't you also have inspiration as well?
No, I use that.
use the last.
You know what?
All
Whatever. That's fine.
So as you go to grab him, your hands pass through him, as this is not actually him, but a Tari-like replica of him. And your hands are currently stuck in this sticky substance, and the head just kind of turns and looks in your direction.
I'm just kind of standing there looking not impressed.
That's not very nice. Always in such a rush.
You're kind of sucking on my friend there. Do you mind?
No, I rather like this vessel. I have to say. I was quite fortunate. I mean, unless you would like to trade. What do you say? Maybe I'm more your fit.
I just kind of smirk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not really one for cheating. Perspective was good to me.
You watch his eyes kind of roll back. And yet you abandoned him as well. And he kind of like looks about just in random directions. Don't think that they've forgotten.
Yeah, I know. I did kind of die, to be fair.
There's dying, and then there's dying. Your time will come soon, though. Don't worry.
For dying? Okay. You know what? Yeah,
you
come
hear it?
on.
Can you hear it?
Hear what?
They draw closer.
Are you coming with me or what? Can't stand this one.
I beg to differ. In fact, I plan on staying here for quite some time. There's roll what do I want to call this? Roll an intelligence check. Anything you want to do, Deft? Ooh. There's you're having a hard time kind of focusing and trying to go into your subconscious as the situation is a little more chaotic. Deft starts kind of like making weird faces. It looks like something's going on with his arms, but you're not sure quite what.
I'm having trouble doing this. I'm gonna look around at the rest of the group. Maybe we can help. Everybody, come touch my hand. Stack your hand on top of Def's. Maybe you can.
It just looks at you.
Lend me your power.
He's like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit right here.
Ari,
No offense,
She
buddy.
definitely needs you.
Please.
Someone's got to keep watch.
What are you doing?
Lend me your power.
I'll do it.
All right, so you put your hand on the gem too. How many gem hands do we have here?
I'm gonna get a
That's
little bit closer to see what the fuck's going on at this point.
All right.
Yeah, sure, I'll touch it.
I think this is a battle on another
Okay,
plane of
so
existence
Sunthei touches it?
of the mind. Or spiritual.
Sunthei touches it. Ari touches it. Sunthei.
Solomon sigh very heavily and he'll touch the damn.
I'm gonna
damn
kill
hand.
somebody with that one. I
You
should
wa-
not go in here.
You watch Ari touch it, and Ari's eyes go white, kind of like how Deft's kind of are right now. Sunthei, excited, you touch it, and nothing happens. Solomon, you touch it, nothing happens.
Cool. Good. I'm out.
All right.
Well,
All
no,
right.
I feel left out.
So, Deft, with your arm stuck inside this little sticky little clone of him,
What about Allie?
what are you doing? She's sitting next to Jason, just watching you.
You know what? You know what? No. So it's the arm that's the problem.
Oh, I've heard this line enough.
Solomon will get his longsword ready. He won't do anything just yet.
As you kind of sit there and you're looking over at him, actually, you know what? Jambo's gonna put his hand on the gem as well.
Oh, thank you, Jambo.
Yeah, I'm gonna be upset if I lose my arm,
What if it works?
but I believe wasn't in the second campaign or in the Tuesday campaign just before I started playing that the box was found with the hand in it.
It's the hand.
I believe it was the campaign prior to Friday.
The hand has shown up in the original campaign that never aired. That was a totally different set of people. And then it showed up on a Tuesday campaign.
Did it show up on Tuesday?
I know that Marius, at one point, there was a store he went into and found the box that it was in. It was missing, but it's...
they saw the box too.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
they saw the box too. Where the fawn's fancy. And the little fawn who got choked out in his study.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
all
I
had
do know
seen the
for
box
sure
there.
that at some point the hand of Theris comes off.
I don't know. That's the story
And
for
the
That's
this.
where it happens.
As Jambo can't do anything, he just kind of sits there and he looks at Solomon with this look in his eye. He's going to roll an insight check.
Oh, don't roll a 1. I am fully planning on removing that arm.
Oh, he has a feeling. he just kind of like looks over at you. Are you okay? What's your eye doing that twitching thing for?
Is it twitching?
You don't know. You can't look at your own eye.
Fair.
Maybe he's fucking with you.
It works.
Are you willing to risk it on this little kobold? He is small, but he may be mighty. You never know.
What do you
You
mean?
did see what he did. I think
Yeah.
you did see him shoot a beam out of his head.
Yeah, he did shoot a beam out of his head. What do you mean?
You have a weird look in your face. Oh, you're probably hungry, huh? Me too. He's like, here, I was going to save this for later, but here's some of my raisins. And he kind of holds out his hand, and he looks shocked to find his raisins are rotten.
Yeah.
As this happens and you kind of look down, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Uh-huh.
You turn back.
Yeah.
Jason. You. He holds up an arrow to you. Can you make more of these?
I see I'm being distracted.
No, I was going to ask you the whole time because I can't make arrows and he wants you to make them out of bone.
Do you have bones?
He looks down at Jambo. Not yet.
We're not.
Jason gets hit in the back of the head with the skull.
I can work with that.
Kind of like looks at you and goes back about his business. He just wants arrows.
Oh, I guess I will, while I'm getting ready to cut the arm off, start making makeshift tooth arrows.
Okay. So you start making a couple arrows for him too.
Mhm.
Jason looks very pleased at this point with arrows.
Mhm.
And then he just kind of laughs. Okay. Deft. You're stuck. What are you doing? You're not like
You said Ari's
danger
eyes
or
went
anything,
white
it seems,
too,
but
right?
you're just stuck.
Was he the only
Yeah,
one?
Ari hasn't shown up yet.
Okay.
Right now.
I am sorry if it means anything. Those were some of the best days of my life. And the worst, but who's keeping track?
You have had some bad ones.
I've
Like
had
when
some
you
bad ones.
and you watch as he transforms into the nerdy looking version of Deft with your hand like in his chest, and it looks like there's blood coming out where your hands are stuck. And yet you killed me all the same. Shifts back into the black version.
That's how
I mean,
got rid of you.
really, out of all of us, I believe your parents are the most legendary. Never a more brutal set of killers I've ever come across.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes.
How many people have you killed?
How many people have you helped me kill?
Oh, not me.
Are you all kind of the same?
More or less. But we'll be rejoining the others very soon. And he just smiles.
See, when you say we,
Oh, all of us. Well, most of us. You see, we've made quite a name for ourselves down here.
yeah, I've noticed.
The rest of you,
Mm-hmm.
everyone, perception checks. That's what I missed.
Including me, or is this?
You're trying to meditate,
Okay.
so not yet, but do you roll another intelligence check as you try to focus in and block out everything else? Nice. Theris, you kind of start to drop into your subconscious finally as you start blocking out everything else. Leah, Sunthe. Sunthe probably sees it first. Leah, you probably understand what it is sooner than Sunthe. You look up in the sky, Sunthe, and there's like this swirling black thing.
A storm.
It seems small, and it kind of spreads a little bit bigger and swirls around. Leah, you look up. You also see this black-looking swarm of these smaller objects, but you come to realize they're much higher up in the air than you think. Let me get you a little picture.
Oh, I thought you said storm.
No. Well, at first, it kind of looked like a storm to you, but it's more of a
Maybe
swarm.
the new creatures from
Because
Carrions.
from Stranger Things.
oh, you see, hard to say, maybe a few hundred of these swarming around up in the air. Maybe like 2,000 feet above you.
It appears that it's time to make haste and leave this location.
You hear Death's mouth open up. There he is.
All right.
Deft, at this point, you see this bright light appear behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You turn back and you see a fiery phoenix form with a humanoid in the center of it appear. Ari, you're now there.
Look around. Taft?
You see him kind of stuck to that other one.
We're just having a conversation. Oh, hey, you're here. That's odd.
Let me help. She'll try and... I assume she's not stuck in said Phoenix form.
No,
Try
you
and
can move
swoop
around
down.
with it. You're just in the middle of it. It moves with you. It's like your cloak, but much bigger.
Yeah.
Just tell me when 15
she's
minutes have
going to-
passed.
Well done.
I suppose she's going to grab him and try and pull him out of the embrace, I'll say.
So, as you grab onto Deft, the same energy kind of attaches to Deft, and you watch his arms kind of burn away from the goop. The creature remains attached to that object. Just kind of looks back up at you guys as you get a little bit back away from him. I never did like you much.
Feelings mutual.
Can I ask why?
It's complicated. Let's
Hi,
just
buddy.
say we know each other. Not this one, but they're all pretty much the same.
Are you alright, Taft?
Oh yeah, we were just talking.
I need at this point, Theris, is you can watch it at this point, and you kind of have a semblance of like what's going on around you, but not to like great detail. But you know there's some sort of panic going on, but you're kind of blocking it out. Roll an insight check.
Not proficient, but my high wisdom helps.
Ooh, not bad. You kind of think on this a minute. You get the feeling that maybe draining you is not the only thing it's been doing this whole time. Seeing its talk about how they're all connected, it likely is giving away your position to the other ones since you've been here.
I'm trying to like mentally yelling out to Deft and Ari. Can they hear me?
Oh, they can hear you. Yeah. Oh, they can hear you. Yeah.
This is how they're tracking us. He's letting the others know where we are.
Okay.
He's got to be released from me.
Okay. Shall we give her time? She'll
You
hold
heard
out
the
her
man,
hand.
Patience.
And I'm trying to use everything I can to summon any kind of power. I'm trying to reach out to the staff, to every other soul that I have in me, to, if I need to burn any up, just anything to fight through this.
I am going to ignite and try to burn him away.
All right, so you're holding her hand, yeah?
Mhm.
All right, so you now have the same form that she does.
Point our hands at him and try and burn him away.
Sure.
A light in the dark.
Roll
Flickering candle.
I'm
Arcana
trying to
checks.
lend any kind of focus or energy
To
to them
cast
that I
away
can
night.
as well.
Ooh, not bad.
Nice.
Ooh, not bad.
Also a number.
All right, so as you both kind of start unleashing your cloaks and the fire energy on him as he's kind of like sitting there holding on to Theris, you watch as he's slowly kind of starting to like pieces of it are starting to dissolve away. And just kind of looks at you. You're late anyways. And then you just watch it burn away as Ari just lays into it.
No hard feelings.
As it burns away, you watch that light that was like this light blue goes red.
Is that normal, Theris?
And you see a form in the center of it. It looks small, like almost like there's someone coming from a far distance away within this orb, but the orb itself is not that big. But it looks like they're kind of slowly getting closer.
Do I know what's going on or recognize anything or?
I'll send you a message.
Ooh.
He kind of
Juicy.
begins floating up.
Hurry!
Begins floating up.
Sees the two of you this is help.
Sees the two of you up there.
Don't mess with it. And
It holds its hands up towards both of them, like its palms.
Don't hurt them either. I'm
I
trying
just
to
kinda
move
wave.
forward and like reach my hand out.
You're
Friendly
like
waves as well.
your presence is there, like you can see it. You're not. You don't have like a presence among them, though. You're everything around them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm trying to reach out and to manifest myself. Like they have helped.
Mm.
Hurry, run.
And it shunts both of you out of his consciousness. You feel yourself just like pushed away and gets really, really cold all of a sudden. Like even for both of you, always knowing warmth, your body temperature drops to like sub-zero temperatures really quick. You can barely breathe and then you are conscious again. You watch as you still have your hands on the gem. As that happens, you watch it is now cracked and it starts kind of crumbling and wiping off the arm amongst the other hundreds of gems.
All the other gems are going too.
Just trying to
All
shake
of the gems
feeling
are
off.
disappearing?
No, just the black one.
Oh, I thought you were saying all the
Okay.
other gems were
At
going
this
away
point,
as well.
No. Just the black gem is going away. It's crumbling over the other ones. Your pretty gems are all still there.
That's
Don't worry.
good. Sigh of relief. He's going to turn and give Deft a hug.
You see Solomon had his sword above his head, getting ready to chop that arm off.
I give like a half hug to Ari and I give a tired thumbs up
Thank
to
you
Theris.
both. And I slip my glove back on. Now, do I have any other kind of feeling or other than not being drained? Do I feel power return to me or anything like that?
It's hard to say. You feel the normal presence like you typically would. You could try to use some
Okay,
powers
now
if
do
you
I
want.
see the cloud above us?
But
The cloud of creatures?
yeah, at this point, you guys, they're not directly above you. They're in the sky. They're still a ways off.
Okay.
But at this point, you all see them, and you would notice specifically those of you who weren't even in the vision at the time. They were like heading in your guys' direction, and then they kind of stopped and circled for a little bit, and now they're kind of like scattering out.
With seeing that and kind of guessing what I knew, I'm gonna instinctively reach for the power to try to pass without trace, cloak us more.
As you hold on to it, nothing happens.
Damn it!
The kid kind of looks over at you.
Hey, what's up, AO?
I don't think that will work here either.
What's up, Vale?
Howdy. All right. What are you guys doing? There's not the huge swarm all in one piece anymore, but there's definitely things that will make it to your direction if you stay here.
Time to go, methinks. Let's head out.
Yeah.
As we start getting everything together and moving out, I'm going to be just kind of cycling through some of the, my powers. What does it feel like I can access, if anything?
Your powers are still disabled. You gather you have access to your powers. The source of your power is still powerless here. In your subconscious, it has power, but in this plane, it's weak. In this specific layer of this plane, it is extremely weak.
Cool.
But you gather you may be able to use some of those abilities if little dude's orb is active.
Cool. And as we're...
So,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
As we're packing our stuff up right before we start to leave, I just kind of put a hand on each shoulder as Deft and Ari face him like, thank you so much. That was, I can't describe the feeling and just the lack of control. It's very disconcerting. Thank you both.
Been there, buddy. Been there, buddy. I know it sucks.
She puts a hand on Theris' shoulder. That's what friends are for.
Just nods.
I'll soon put it. It's like to be powerless.
We need to move. Thank you again.
All right. Solomon, dex check for my arrows.
Oh, dex. Why dex check?
Because it's a nimble process.
Can it be survival?
Same.
You know what? Can I give him the help action? Because I probably would have seen him playing with bones and played with bones too.
I would say I will allow it for you because you have bones and he needs bones. And so like literally it's almost, okay. I picture this like the Lego scene, like he's got almost the perfect arrow that he can create, but he's missing like the perfect piece to join two pieces. And you just offer him one of your bones from your pile. So sure. Go ahead and roll. I'll let you roll a survival check at advantage.
Okay.
Wow, you changed it to survival.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh. High mod though, at least.
Yep.
Yeah. So I will say you make Jason, or in total, you can do whatever you want. You make another 20 arrows, but these are made of bone.
Yep. They're all his. I have a crossbow. I can't use arrows.
Perfect.
I would shatter. The string would shatter it.
All right. So things are coming. Which direction are we heading, people?
Well, we head towards the original destination, I guess. Unless Ari has something else to say. No? I guess we're going then.
Everlast it is. Right?
Yep.
Fair enough.
I think Ari was somewhat saying we should go back the way we came, but no, I'm not climbing that.
Yeah, at this point, you hear the smoky voice out of Death's mouth. I mean, there's a portal there, but it ain't worth it, folks.
Agreed.
Suck it up, Ash. We're going.
I swear to God, if you keep calling me Ash, I will choke you from the inside out.
Well, tell me your name. Maybe we could talk about it.
Names are important things, my friends. One should not give them out so freely.
But what
That
about
sounds
your
like a you
friends?
problem.
Yeah, it kind of is a me problem more than a you problem.
Well, is there something you would prefer to be called?
How about you just bring this body back and don't destroy it, and we'll call it even.
It's kind of a very long-winded name, don't you think?
That is a long-winded name.
He kind of just looks over at you.
Please choke him.
I'm thinking about it. He deserves far worse, though.
Oh, shut up, Ash. You like me.
Roll a Constitution save.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
I'm not good at con, you guys.
He just watches Death starts coughing out, and every time he's coughing, like big puffs of smoke are coming out. I'll show you. After about 15 seconds, they stop their bickering.
Are you guys done playing around?
Welcome back.
Yep, running now.
No, there are plenty of things up above. We need to be quiet.
Mhm.
You
All
feel
right.
like you get the feeling the irony of that is not lost on Solomon.
All right, so you guys are moving. There is a few bits of trees here. It's kind of like a dead forest. You can roll stealth checks. You can run. It's up to you. What do you guys want to do?
Give us a check.
I could not roll a stealth check and we can call it a normal failure instead of a nat 1. I see stealth it is then. Oh boy. 0!
There's that nat 1.
Incredible.
I always put the stealth checks. Maybe I did get it right, Deft. Maybe I did get it right.
I love seeing that nice 0 there.
Oh, that's a totally different Planes Encounter table, but let's pull that out.
Grab.
So, at this point, you have been noticed, it seems, as you're kind of running into thicker woods.
Clang, 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 clang.
Clang, 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 clang. You guys can't figure out for the life of you why this is being such an issue. Where did that one go? Oh, yes. You see, at the head of this group, not that one, the other one. Seemingly leading part of the swarm, you see that creature.
Nope.
It's about twice the size of the other winged creatures.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look good.
Okay, by the size of the horns alone, that thing is dangerous.
Does his noise,
that
is it
how it works?
obvious that he's giving us away?
I think so.
Oh yeah, he rolled a 0. Oh yeah, he rolled a 0. He's like clang, 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 clang.
As this starts happening, and the kid's with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Yep.
cast silence.
He doesn't have that ability. He doesn't have
okay.
that ability.
Yeah, I thought that
that
was-
he actually
okay.
has to turn on the passive. Yeah, you can ask him to turn
I'm
it
like,
on though.
I need to cast a spell, kid. Come on. Give me some of your juice.
Oh, okay. And you watch as he kind of lifts the orb up over your head, and it starts kind of following with you guys as you move. So you cast silence on.
I just
what,
pick up
on
a
his?
rock.
Okay. All right. So they kind of get. All right. So they kind of get over there.
And since he did that too, I'm also at the same time going to try to access the pass without trace again.
All right. So you go through. You are able to cast and maintain it as long as he can hold that orb up. The minute he has to deactivate his orb, it will dissipate. But as long as you all stay within 15 feet of each other, it should work.
Taking advantage of the opportunity, Art's going to see if her bag is working now. While the orb's up.
You go to reach into your bag. The spell level that enchanted it is higher than what you have access to.
Damn. A silent curse.
Then I motion everybody to like move quickly. Of course, there's no sound. But I'm just like with my hand, like go, go, go.
Nods and
My cloak would activate.
Yeah, you kind of flicker a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You watch. You hear them slam into the ground a ways off. It seems they kind of lost you a little bit, but you hear them kind of ripping around the areas. But you guys keep heading into the forest. So, one more to see if they get lucky. They don't seem to pick you up right away, but you do kind of see, you can see through the bits of trees as you're trying to carefully try to move through here with the silence. You can see them like flying up in the air every so often. They're apparently scouring this layer trying to find something.
Yeah, I'm gonna at a point get everybody's attention, and then like point to my ear and shake my head no, which I know they can't do that, and then I point to my eyes and my nose, just kind of like so everybody know any sights and smells since we can't hear.
Solomon will sniff his 7-year unwashed self.
Yep.
Nice.
I'll let you use your own imaginations on how ripe that smells.
It's brought into even more.
clad in armor and
It's brought into the front now that we can't hear. All our senses are heightening.
Mm-hmm. You notice all the little things that much more. Like, what is that smell? You see Jambo like trying to sniff everybody.
Unwise. And we have to stay within 15 feet of each other, guys.
All right. So, as we continue through the forest, it is a
We
little
got
bit of a
10
rougher
minutes of
terrain.
this.
However,
So.
since you have Jason with you, this is not rough terrain.
Ooh.
So Jason kind of will go to the front. Deft, you kind of need to be up there too with the little smoke dude.
Yeah.
But you can, I will say, let's see, what's your survival? Pretty sure he's got you beat. Jason's survival is a +8. What's yours?
+1.
+1? All right. So he will roll his with advantage from you and the smoky dude. Natural 20 and a 2.
Ooh.
Interesting. Because he got a nat 20 on navigating you through here, and you're up here too, I need you to roll a D100 first. Okay.
Right.
So it's 20, 30. As you were making actually decent time, like Jason's taking you through here. Like you're actually moving at like a quick pace. You do eventually lose the silence. You kind of keep the pass without a trace. However, you notice after about going for 30 minutes, the kid is starting to look extremely tired.
Do we see those creatures at all?
They're still, you can see them up in the sky. They don't seem to like know your exact location, but they're looking around this area for likely you guys.
How many?
Or one of you. When you saw the swarm, there were several hundred, but you see a couple here and there flying above and around.
Or I'll move her. Here, hang on. Just gonna try and pick him up.
It's not. He's not tired from walking. He's tired from keeping the orb up.
Mm-hmm.
So he only has to do it 10 minutes till we can get clear, because then silence is going to drop. But before he releases it...
Well, pass without a trace, too.
Okay, I didn't know that
Goes away
that
also.
went off as well.
Yeah, so any effect, like even if you summon something right now, as long as it was in the thing, it would work. If it goes outside,
Okay,
it would be
before
gone.
he drops it, if we get a chance to stop, I'm going to summon, do our food and water.
All right, so you guys kind of take a minute with an excellent guide. You go ahead and summon it. You summon it. About 8 seconds after you summon it, the food rots. Whatever you have the water in, the water remains, but it smells.
It's even with his thing up?
Solomon will eat the rotted food and rancid water, drink rancid water.
One of us got use of this, at least.
Roll a Constitution save for me.
I have Indomitable. I will waste it.
I believe it's totally worth it because that'd be the worst way to die. No one wants to be that guy in Jurassic Park.
Oh, I saw it roll up there.
I almost did.
Your stomach starts to rumble a little bit, but you force it down. It's cool. Sit there. Are you having any of it? It's not fresh. You do like your fresh meat, but I leave it to you.
Yeah.
It's food.
Well, wait, hang on.
Totally up to you.
Did you summon any rotten meat? Or is it all plant?
I think it's all gruel.
It's
it's bland. It's just
45 pounds of food.
Yeah,
they just say it's very bland food.
When I
So,
hear,
I just picture like big nutrition bars, basically.
I think gruel.
Nutrition gruel.
Mm-hmm.
All the vitamins and nutrients an adventurer needs.
You know what? Player curiosity is really interested to see what will happen if I eat some, so I'm going to eat some.
Sure. Roll a Constitution save. Doesn't taste the greatest, but it's food.
Ariel kind of step closer to, or step aside back. You know, fire is looking better and better every day.
I don't know if fire has all that many calories.
I don't know if that's very edible.
At this point, you see almost looks like a little meteor kind of fall from above you and hits nearby. It did seem to draw the attention of one of those things. You see one kind of flying after it.
We need to go.
Yeah.
The kid looks up. Something's over there.
Something.
He starts walking towards
good
it.
Or bad.
Well, something we're gonna find out. Dario will start walking.
Do we not want
as
to
well.
go the opposite direction since those things are going there?
No, I have a good feeling.
Get you guys something to eat.
He's got a pretty good intuition. I would not doubt
Oh,
it.
let's go, kid.
As he walks over and kind of comes to, like, there's a small little clearing, you can see where the object hit, but you can't see the object.
Mm-hmm.
That's not from this plane.
From Krypton.
I'll walk over there to where it landed.
Careful, those other things were alerted
Are
as
you
well.
doing it stealthily?
You don't want to be seen.
I mean, I can try.
Yeah, well, stealth check.
Flush
You
sling.
You guys stay in back. I'll go up.
Jason, like, knocks an arrow.
All right.
He's, like, very quietly walking over in that direction. It's like a rounded sphere. Almost like a very long, rounded, rectangular kind of object.
I'll lean down to pick it up.
You pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be intact. It's made out of some sort of metal. Probably weighs about 5 pounds. As you pick it up, it feels like there's something inside. Like you can feel weight moving back and forth in it, like there's a liquid in it.
Mm. It's a shame I can't actually see really well.
At this point.
Mm-hmm.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
So lucky. You hear a creature kind of nearby, like maybe 50 feet off next to you. And it's kind of like looking for this.
I guess I will move quietly back. Do I need another stealth roll?
No, we'll use the same one. So you kind of make your way back with the object.
Mm-hmm.
Gambo just pats you on the back. You are very much quieter this time, sir. Good job.
Art's like crouched down behind a tree with the sling ready.
Kid, what is this?
Looks like some sort of container.
I was asking the kid if he knew, or does he not know?
Him?
Mhm.
It looks like you open it.
No.
I don't see why not.
I'll try and open it.
You find the mechanisms to open it up, and there is a jar inside of it.
A jar.
In the jar, it is a jar of liquid, and there's a bunch of little tiny orbs that are semi-transparent.
Mm.
What are those?
No idea.
The jar itself, though, does look. It has some like nice engravings and things on it. Might be magical.
Are they in any specific language, or just arcane runes?
They're just arcane runes.
Okay.
However, there is also a single piece of paper that's like tucked into the side of it.
Can I unfurl the paper, I guess?
Mm-hmm. You unfurl it and you see a paper that has 5 symbols on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a symbol of the Arcanum, of the Golden Perch, of Tyros, who's the Eastern and the Northern kingdoms as well.
Ah, so none of these symbols mean anything to me.
Nope.
Anyone recognize these?
Like,
Carl, went over and
Yeah.
take a look.
You recognize them.
Yep.
They're your the symbols of the nations that are the allies that were on your group with you.
These are from home. How did it get here?
just kind of glance up in the sky at the trajectory that it took, just looking.
Not saying anything specifically.
But I
Came
think
in at like an angle.
we shouldn't stick here for too long. That thing's still out there.
Jambo is fixated on the little orbs.
Let's get to a safe distance before we set up something for lunch.
Can I
Or
have one?
figure something.
Yes, Jumbo, of course you can have one.
I am very hungry, and they look very tasty.
Which one do you want, Jumbo? Do you want this one?
I want that squishy looking one.
And let him take it.
You
I'm
pop
sorry.
up in the jar.
I'm sorry. Do you have the jar? But yes.
Wait, do you have it?
Yeah.
Sir, may I please have one of your little Orbeez?
He will hand it over. He did offer him food twice.
He kind of like cracks it, and you see him,
Oh, that smells strong.
and he pops one in his mouth and starts chewing on it. He kind of burps a little bit.
Oh, that really sinks to your gut.
So they're edible.
I don't know. I should probably try another one.
No.
He pats his hand away.
Hmm?
It doesn't taste the best, but it's quite filling.
Alright, so
How
didn't
many
rot
orbs are
away.
there? How many are there?
There are 49 now. There were
Okay.
50.
Okay. Good to know.
Seems at least somebody knows where you guys are.
Solomon will tuck the orbs away into his bag.
Well, the orbs have to stay in the jar because they are beads of nourishment.
Yeah, he will.
If you take them out of the jar,
They will.
in more than a few seconds, the magic that is enchanted into this jar will dissipate from them.
Yeah, no, he. Well, I meant like he will put the whole container in his bag.
Gotcha. So one bead is enough to feed one person for 1 day. You need 50 days of food for a bunch of people, but it's at least something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you go through this forest, while your luck has been good in travel and speed, and some dumb luck finding other things, you all, after about 4 hours of total travel, start to get that feeling on your backs again, like something is behind you, watching you, following you. It sets all of you uneasy. Even you to a degree, Cynthia, not necessarily to the same processing level, but something makes you uncomfortable, like there's something here, but you can't see anything.
Anyone else get this strange suspicion that we're being watched? Is that just me?
Are you only feeling that now?
We felt it once before, right?
Yeah, when you're kind of walking a little earlier. And when you were on watch a little bit.
The first time, a little bit earlier yesterday, but so not just me?
It appears not.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll have a look around, see if she sees anything observing. because it's relevant.
Kinda keep an eye out. You guys don't see anything. It just is this feeling that doesn't kind of leave you. At one point, as you're kind of going through more denser parts of this dead forest, ahead of you, you watch Jason kind of stop and give you all the signal to stop behind him. Deft, you see what he's
Hold
looking at
on.
too ahead of you? You can keep going if you want.
What's he looking at?
I don't think an 11's good enough. I'm
Alright,
also
stop.
distracted at the moment.
If Sunthe was within arm's reach, I will grab her shoulder.
All right, beat this.
Do you want athletics or acrobatics?
You're grabbing me. It's athletics.
Mhm.
All right. It's a good roll.
I'm gonna let you win that.
Okay. Wow. We have a dexterous one and a strong one.
All right. We all stop then.
Mm-hmm.
You look, and there's like a weird grass that's growing in front of you, Deft. And then you realize it's not like this weird grass. There's hands growing out of the ground, like skeletal hands,
Oh, they're bones. Oh no.
and they kind of move with the breeze.
Oh no.
Oh, this is my opportunity. No.
I want to rip one out of the ground.
Do you run up to him? You can see him at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
start approaching.
Okay, so we watch him run up. As you go to grab it you grab it and you start to pull it up out of the ground, and like you see like an arm start to grow from the ground, and then all of them grow around you and they dog pile Sunthe, and he's piled by a bunch of arms and hands.
Sweet. I love it here.
It's a happy
For the love of...
And you
Can I-
watch as it almost appears as like he's beginning to sink and be pulled down into the earth through these hands.
I'm gonna stomp up there and try and yank him back, or her back.
Roll an athletics check.
We're just gonna like, I suppose.
My goodness.
Sunthe, like this is actually really cool for you. They're not hurting you; they're just pulling you down. And then you realize you can't move, which is not the most pleasant thing. And then you feel this metal arm grab you and just yank you out of these bones, like with one hand, and put you back up on the side.
All right.
You
Did I
watch
get
like
my
one of the
hand?
hands tries to sweep you. You have the one hand, yes. You've held,
Sweet.
like your death hold onto it.
I'm content.
As you break it off, though, it does stop moving once you break it off. Sorry,
Cool.
buddy. But you have a hand.
Yeah.
And
That's what
part
I
of an arm.
wanted.
Oh no.
I
I have
hold
to
it
get
up
one
very
too.
proudly.
I have to get one too. I'm going in.
No.
Oh,
Jason
and hold
holds a
on.
sword
Sorry,
over
sorry.
towards you.
Oh, so there's
Ari's
two
gonna-
swords pointing at Deft then.
Yeah,
You hear that? Does that change your mind?
Ari's gonna grab Deft's arm and try and pull him back away from here.
yeah. So literally, Solomon's on one side, Jason's on the other side. As he starts to go to grab one, like a sword meets your throat from both sides. Like, no.
Come on.
Oh man. I'm like looking towards Sunthe, kind of dejected.
All right.
She doesn't care.
Do you want to continue going through the forest with the bony grass?
It appears we might need to find an alternate route.
Yeah. Does it look like there are any clear paths to the left or right, or does it just look like everything beyond this point?
I mean, there's clear paths that kind of go through it, but it's just going to take you more time to navigate around them. You could plow your way through them or break them, do whatever you want, or you can kind of take the longer amount of time to weave in and out of them. Up to you, though.
There's a stupid
There's-
idea.
The path over there.
Stupid ideas are the best.
Yeah, but not one that puts my life at risk. 'Cause
I don't know. Stupid ideas are always great.
I mean, I could just try and trudge through them all.
Are the trees just really big hands?
Don't ask that.
No, there seem to be trees. And there's no people inside them.
All
No
right.
more Echo Knights.
Mhm. We need to take the longer route then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you weave in and out, avoiding these bony hands, you watch as they like reach towards you. Eventually, you kind of clear past them, and that feeling kind of starts to subside a little bit. As you guys break out, you see for the first time, because it's been pretty flat for the most part, you actually see a landmark. There appears to be some sort of smaller mountain in front of you.
Mm.
You look at the map, no mountain.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Is it a mimic mountain?
As you guys are going to get closer, because it's off in the distance to this point, you probably have like 2 miles. It's dark, but it's not like pitch black, so you can kind of see the outline of it. As you kind of get closer, this mountain is about 250 feet tall, maybe 350 feet. It's hard to tell from this distance. It's made completely of bones.
Oh my god.
Is this a bone zone?
Did we just?
Ari immediately,
Yeah,
Ari immediately grabs
we're
Jeff.
going in. We're going. No,
I'm
I have to. I have to be a good bone buddy.
You just hear
Oh wait,
Jason
yeah, you
out loud.
say that unprompted.
Too bad
God,
Nick's not
no.
here.
good. All
We
right.
found it.
Solomon cares enough to grab both Sunthe and Deft by the collar and just gonna drag them away from it.
It would be athletics at disadvantage because you're grabbing 2 different ones. And they're
I
both
know.
very fast. Okay.
Yes, I know.
Can I roll acrobatics to dodge out of the way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm out of there.
Okay, so you grab hold of Sunthe as he starts running over. Or did you roll one? Is that an old athletics?
Nope,
No.
that's the new one.
Okay, so you're holding on to him. Deft's just too fast.
You know what? At this point,
Breaks
there's no
the-
point in holding on to Sunthe. Solomon will let go.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tackle you so hard, Deft.
Yeah,
Catch up to me, maybe.
yeah, no.
Oh,
Alright.
right, you can double dash.
I
I
sick
can't.
Sunthe at you.
My eyes grow purple and I start chasing.
Okay. Oh. All right. I need you to roll a D100 just because I think it's funny as hell.
Solomon will walk over to them.
Unfortunately, not low enough. That
Yeah.
would be funny though. All right. So you guys run over. They kind of go behind you. You go to Bone Mountain, I take it?
Yeah, they go to the bone zone.
Sure. I take it you're Scrooge McDucking it the minute you get there.
Well, Deft's getting there first.
What do you do when you get there, Def? Before you get tackled.
I have to conquer Bone Mountain.
Climbing.
You start going up Bone Mountain.
I start going up.
Okay, so as you start going up, it's not solid. It feels like you're like in a ball pit, like a little kid ball pit, as you're like your feet sink down as you climb up. The pure mass, like you're able to move up, but you're always sinking down into these bones as you climb up. At this point, you'd catch up to Synthé.
Yeah, I Scrooge McDuck and I start hunting Deft down from inside the bone pile.
You just watch. He like look down, like, "Ha, I'm winning," and he just dives straight in and he disappears.
I'm feeling very hunted right now.
The rest of you probably lagging a little bit
Oh my
behind.
god.
These guys run over.
Okay. Solomon will-
Stuthe,
Oh,
Yeah.
Deft. You guys begin to lift up
It's breathing.
as the mountain begins to change form and the bones shift.
Uh-oh.
Solomon already had his sword drawn.
And you guys watch the bones starting to move. This whole mountain is alive.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Or
I knew that. I knew
rather,
exactly what I was doing. What did you
not
think
alive.
you were doing?
Knitting itself
Yep.
into a bone demon.
Perfect 5-year-old. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Before that happened, Solomon would have turned to Allie. It's like, are they always like this?
Oh, okay. So before I throw out any combat maps or anything, because we're not technically in combat yet, what is everyone doing as this happens?
Hunting down Def to pull him inside.
Screaming.
You hear the screams.
Walking
Yep.
around.
I
the
rolled
Taking
a
cover and-
24 stealth. I can find him, and he won't even know.
So, Def, you're just screaming as like you're lifting up in this thing, and all of a sudden you guys just watch. Is you kind of see Def stuck in the bones, and then you just watch Def get pulled back into the bones and disappear.
I want to say screaming and laughing.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Everyone, Allie, and all however many freaking characters I have, all kind of like pull weapons, waiting to see what they're supposed to do.
Solomon was already walking up to the mountain with his sword drawn.
How the hell are we supposed to fight a damn mountain?
How
You
are
become
we supposed to get
wise.
them out of the mountain?
Well, you guys are taking your time figuring it out.
Yep.
Two of you that are in there.
So,
You raise up. It raises into the size of like it takes the shape of like a big golem, but it's loose bone. They're about 180 feet up in it currently, in its form.
Yep.
I really have to speedrun my character arc so I can fly again.
I don't know. What do you do when you notice that Suthe's the one who grabbed you and pulled you in?
You're pressed right next to each other. You're both in the same spot.
Is it facing us or is it facing away from us?
Right now, it's facing you guys. It seems that it
Is it
was
look-
just resting there, and now it is not resting there.
Is it looking down or is it looking off to the horizon?
Hard to say. It doesn't have a face. That's just
Fair.
bones in the shape of a head.
Mm.
No detail. Just big blobby limbs, no fingers, just limbs.
Do you think there's meat under there, or is it all bones?
two of you get out.
Dude, I'm in the bone zone. I don't care.
He's in Willy Wonka's factory right now.
As you say that, I'm going to pull you deeper into the bones, I guess, because I'm curious. Like, oh, maybe there's something down there.
These people are not.
Listen, just because you can Scrooge McDuck doesn't mean I can.
Yeah, so it hurts for you.
These people aren't worth it. They're your best chance of survival. Fuck. I'm going to.
Maybe if I can get around it, I can sneak
I-
up there and.
Can I pull individual pieces of bone off of this thing?
You can certainly try.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go grab a piece of bone off of it?
I mean, I walked up to it. Yeah, and I'm gonna.
It doesn't seem to really pay much attention to you at the moment. You seem too small to notice. As you grab a bone,
Mm-hmm.
it's a bone. You pull it off of it.
Yep.
And then it doesn't have a face, but like its head shape kind of moves. You watch as it seems to draw its attention to the center of its chest area. It seems to sense the two things inside of it. It is going to attempt to crush both of you with its bones.
Oh, nice.
I need both of you to roll strength saving throws, please.
Okay.
Solomon wishes he had a bludgeoning weapon.
You dragged me in here.
You got here first. This is your punishment.
I wanted one for the top.
Why would you want to
Sunthe,
pop when you can go to the center?
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as the bones crush you. Deft, you take 36 unless you'd like to uncanny dodge.
I would like to uncanny dodge, please.
Your mechanic saves you. So you both take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as the bones begin to crush around you.
I hear Deft scream in pain.
Probably Deft, yeah. Sunthe is screaming. It's more like I'm on a roller coaster. Whee!
Yep.
All right,
All
Art's
right,
gonna
I'm
fly up.
starting combat. I hit it.
Sure. You hit it. Some
Yep.
bones fly off. Doesn't seem to pay you any attention.
Great.
Deft, where are you?
How far away from the center?
It's hard to say. You're inside. All you see is bone. It's dark. You can kind of, just because you have dark vision, you can see each other, but you're kind of like squished in with one another. You hear voices, but that's probably the extent of what you kind of get. And even that's hard because everything inside of this is bones grinding together every time it moves.
All right. I know what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
But we need a bone, right? From the middle?
Yes.
Let's count
That's
one.
what- All right. I rage.
Make it
All
quick,
right.
though.
All right, so you rage. What are you doing?
Pushing towards the center, I guess.
Sunthe, as you rage, something's different this time.
Oh.
Your shadowy essence is now thicker and darker. And you feel like you're not fully alone. Now, when you rage, you deal 1d8 extra necrotic damage on each hit.
Ooh.
Okay. Let me just get that ready really quick. What's my gym doing?
That's just in your head at the moment.
Okay. I thought it would have started glowing or something.
Oh, no, like your aura comes out from the gem now.
Sweet. Okay, good. I'm also gonna say as I start to rage, really dark blobs of like shadowy drool start dripping from my mouth, and I just like go in. And that's like the last thing you see before she leaves you behind.
Someone's gonna walk away from the bone mound and look for a big, just stick.
It takes a little bit. You don't find any stick of like great quality, but you do find like bigger ones. They're a little bit rotted though.
No, that's fine. Then never mind.
Ari's blown up and is trying to locate the movement of bones and see if she can't spot the two of them.
I'm
Roll a
just trying
perception check at disadvantage, Ari.
to... Oh.
I know, it's a big ask. You look to your
There's a lot of bones.
Are you really gonna do this? No.
I just kind of steal myself and I start dodging and weaving through the paths Sunthe makes.
All right.
That's not.
I need both of you to make a strength saving throw again as you guys make your way in towards the center of this creature.
I should get advantage on this.
I'm going to kill them
22.
myself.
All right, so 22 for you.
No, you want one from the middle. I wanted one from the top. I'm getting out of here.
You still got to roll a strength save though.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh.
Oh, okay. So for evasion, it's strength save, so it doesn't matter. You still take half.
Yep.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Sunthe, you also take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
did I heal back that 18?
Actually, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced by half again.
Mm-hmm. So 7 points.
Yep.
Did I heal 20?
That's an interesting concept. Yes, you do.
Okay, I have 7 wounds.
Yeah. You do notice, and you probably pay less mind to it, more and more of your skin cells are starting to change out due to the lack of tissues.
Don't worry, I'm aware.
I know.
I don't know why that D8 isn't going off.
Solomon's gonna walk back to the rest of the group and just sit and wait.
As you do, and you're kind of walking away, like the hell, you see three big globs of bones fall from this creature that land on the ground near you.
Great.
They start to form into things.
Oh.
The last words before combat starts is Solomon goes, "I'm gonna kill him myself."
No real combat yet.
Okay, good. I'm just going to ignore them.
You're kind of action of the mind at the moment until you fuck up real bad, and then I have to kill you. You do see one of these kind of starts to stand up. You see a giant skeleton kind of stand up. No, Sansax. Just kind of forms out of the bones available. You also see you see an ogre-shaped skeleton that also forms, and then you see what appears to be some sort of draconic skeleton that is forming.
All right, now that one catches my attention. The fuck? No, none of this is worth my life.
We probably shouldn't stay near this.
You know, Solomon was. Let's get going that way. They'll catch up if they ever do.
They'll catch up, or they won't. No real loss either way.
I'll make sure they get out. Don't worry. And you watch Allie run past the three blobs that are forming, and she tries to Scrooge McDuck it into the creature. She hits the side and like bounces off.
Why did I give myself? I gave myself a superpower and I didn't even know.
Solomon will. Are you okay?
She's like, I'll be, and you just watch as one of the limbs slams down on top of her. And she disappears under an arm of bone. As it lifts up, she's gone.
Fucking. All right, Solomon's going to walk in. Or up, whichever direction he can go.
You hear from them, I'm okay!
No, he's already like stomping up the mound.
No, I swear,
He's not even looking.
She's being pulled up, like it reached down and is pulling her up.
It's hard to say, you can't see her, but you do hear the voice kind of moving in towards the body.
Is Solomon being pulled in, or is he able to walk up the mound?
You could try. It's like standing up. You can try to like climb into it. It doesn't pay attention to smaller creatures that much.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll an athletics check as you start to climb up. As bits of bone fall away, but you hold on to what you can. So you start climbing up the side of the giant bone golem, more or less, the size of a mountain. All right, Synthé Deft. What are the two of you doing? You're as close to the core as you get.
I bailed.
Oh, you bailed?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check to push your way out.
I wanted one from the top.
Are you going up or are you going out?
Out and up.
All right.
Not too good at these. No, I was at 18.
Well, unfortunately, even with your rogue shenanigans, you were neither going up nor out.
I can't Scrooge McDuck it, Synthé.
She's
at this
already
point,
like 30 feet away from. Actually,
I need
I'm a telepath.
Allie,
I don't know what you say.
Synthé, Deft, and Solomon at advantage to roll strength saves. as you are all subjected to crushing. Less so for you because you're not inside, you're climbing up the outside.
26.
I just made an oopsie. I accidentally deleted my sneak attack button.
Oh no.
No.
If you need
Can't do
another
that,
one.
Nanny.
Yes.
You really want to not give your rogue a sneak attack while someone's trying to poke
Just
at Bone
saying.
Mountain?
You're gonna remove it like that.
Thank you.
Don't take care of your toys. You don't get to play with them anymore. If it's like stopping me from going in any further, I will start hitting it.
You can't really swing in it because it takes most of your movement to move through it. You don't have like a range of motion for your weapon.
But then I'll pull it apart.
Oh. Deft fails, Ali fails. Solomon, you don't take anything. Sunthe, I'm actually gonna say you don't take anything because you rolled a nat 20.
Yay.
Deft, however, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
Ali takes 33.
Forget to uncanny dodge.
I think that is because I failed, so that's already half, right?
Mhm.
He's just assuming I do it now.
No, okay.
All right. Sunthe,
Hi.
as you continue pushing your way in, you find a very interesting looking bone.
Oh,
It's like a light green bone and it's got a bunch of runes carved into it.
I take it.
You grab it?
Yeah.
It's kind of stuck. It doesn't move away from the rest of the bones.
I pull.
Roll an athletics check. You pull on it. Seems even you cannot take this bone from it. It will not give it to you.
Oh, then I'm gonna. If I can't have it, you can't have it. I break it.
How do you want to break it?
I am going to. I can't use a weapon. I only have my hands. I'm just gonna I'm either gonna snap it or I'm gonna crush it. I think I'm gonna go for a snap.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh boy.
A natural 20 and a natural 1. You watch, you kind of wrap your arms around it and push it against your torso and you try to apply as much pressure as you can. You just hear a snap. The rest of you just watch as the entire bone mountain falls limp on top of all of these people. Solomon, roll an acrobatics check for me.
Oh my god.
Why acrobatics?
Because the whole thing's toppling down and there's like hundreds of feet of bone above you. You do. This is like a bone avalanche. You do get caught up in the bone avalanche. You don't take damage. However, you do all get pinned underneath the bones. Those of you not pinned by the bones, what would you like to do?
Harry's going to fly above them and try and locate where people are.
Sure. Anyone who would like to start searching for people in the bones, roll investigation checks.
Oh, that'd be really funny.
Why not?
I thought I could find you first.
Oof. I will say, with Leah helping, very, very detail oriented, you do eventually find everyone and pull them out of the bones.
All right.
Cynthia, you have both halves of the bone you found. It's broken, but you still have it.
That's
Add to
going
your
in my
collection.
backpack. I'm not telling anyone. That's going in my backpack.
In the bag of holding, it goes.
Yes, absolutely.
Bone holding.
I'm gonna grab Deft by the collar and headbutt him
Why
Sounds
me?
fair.
Hey,
because
You know better.
because Sunthe doesn't know better.
And you ran first.
True. This
Yep.
is bode well.
If you want me to roll, I will. Otherwise, it just happened.
Okay.
Solomon.
All right.
Also, yes, he is also wearing a metal helmet, so you do with that what you will.
I do have horns.
Do I? Let me double check.
Well, I have horns.
I aimed for the face.
Oh, okay.
Easy enough to do.
Cracks his neck and then let's go.
I take a bone from the pile when nobody's looking.
I think everyone, like even Jambo's over there. You even see Jason like grab a couple. They're for arrows later. Stop judging me. All right, so you grab a couple bones. Anything else?
That was incredibly stupid.
Well, yeah, that's why I did it.
Look at Ari like you're surprised.
Okay. I just want to point out the reason I haven't punched you yet is because of these, and he'll show the claws on his gauntlets. You're really testing that.
I have to be a good bone bro to Sunthe. And I'm being a really bad bone bro right now because I went in there and I didn't even get any cool bones.
Actually,
I was gonna pick up a skull and kind of like.
That is only half true. As you look about, you have a slight pain in your right side as there is a bone sticking out of the side of your hip.
I yank it out.
It's not a huge bone. You kind of pull out a bit. You got a bone.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I was gonna like grab top half of the skull and just kind of like put it on his head between the horns.
All right. As you guys.
So now you're wearing a bone helmet too?
Hey. Oh, no, wrong campaign. We got a good helmet for Sunthe. It's just in the wrong game.
Wait. Is Deft wearing a bone helmet right now? Did I hear that right?
It's like half a face, I think.
Yeah, top half of his
I'm gonna
face.
have to
So
roll something for that. Give me a second. I'm reading. Okay, Deft rolled deception.
Am I a skeleton?
Nope.
dude, that's
That
so
was Leah.
intense.
That's my Leah dice. Still a 2.
Well, it's plus automatic 10. What's the modifier for deception?
I don't have proficiency in deception, so it's just a 6.
14, right? Oh, no, you have no proficiency. Yeah, gotcha.
Only for the ones I have proficiency.
Alright, you're gonna hear another message in your head. Give me a second to think of what it is. I know the tone, I just don't know what it is. You can keep going.
Whoa, we're about to expedite some travel here for a couple days. So if you have anything for this specific day, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to expedite into a few days of travel.
I think I just kind of chuckle at it, but I do take it off my face.
Okay.
There will be continued punishments for stupid actions.
Fair enough.
To say.
So I will say, you guys continue about your journey for another 2.5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say we're on our 4th day of travel, probably afternoon. You've been traveling in this direction. You are making some progress, so let's update the map a little bit. I'm going to remove your pictures. Sorry, people, for your drawings. And your arrows. So, we are probably... I'll be generous. We'll say you're about there.
Okay.
So you've gone roughly 250 miles so far. Which is painfully slow.
Yep.
And you've been pushing yourself. 30 miles a day on foot is not an easy pace to maintain, especially here. But so far, so good. So as you guys are kind of traveling and slogging along, Deft, roll a survival check for me. Jason's kind of hanging out with Leah at the moment because we're just in the plains.
Okay.
Man, I really wish I could see to help.
I mean, you guys really are at this point just kind of pressing forward. So as we're kind of walking through this part of the day, at this point, the only reliable food source you have is those beads. Does anyone not eat the beads?
Oh no, I'm unless I'm being forced otherwise.
So mark off 3 days of beads for every single person here.
Unless are people eating every day, or are people going to be eating every other day?
I leave that completely up to you. It's enough nourishment for 1 day.
Worried for now. We'll go
Same with
every
theirs.
other.
I'd keep eating rotten food if you keep summoning it.
Rotten food will not provide you the nutrients you need, unfortunately. You, I will say, you specifically are okay because you actually have the ability to eat like the smaller demonic creature flesh and even some of the undead to an extent.
Yeah, I just bap all the little ones I see and I eat them.
Yeah. So you are the only person who gets by with that. So we'll say, how many people do we have in our part? Oh, and Allie's going to need at least 2. So Allie gets your portion.
Yep.
So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 party members. So we are down to 29.
So I
beads
think
of nourishment.
the majority of the party members are eating every other day.
We already counted that though.
Oh.
We expedited a few days of travel.
Mm-hmm.
So based on your total amount of travel overall, you've eaten 2 days of ration. So this day, I would say, is your day you don't eat. At least for you guys. Suntha eats every day.
Yep.
Def will try to eat fire to subsidize food.
You can eat it, but it doesn't give you any nutrients. Especially because you're summoning it.
What about like the campfire?
It's hard to find wood. It really kind of, it's more of like, it's kind of like drinking a Red Bull, but that's about it.
It's a surge of energy rather than nourishment.
It warms the belly, which is good enough.
Berdefta does a little bit more, but even then, still not nourishment.
And I'll keep my rotted rations. It's fine.
As you guys finish your 4th day of travel, you make camp for the evening. What would you guys like to do? We're still in kind of forest vegetation at this point.
I think over the past 2 days, if Def was playing into it, there's tension between him and Sunthe.
Fair.
I don't know if you've been reading it all, but it's been a lot.
No. I try not to unless I need to.
Well, I've just been harassing him telepathically.
I saw a couple, but I honestly, like, unless it's relevant, I typically just don't read them. Cool. It's kind of like I sent you the message. I didn't even realize you were playing with your forehead gem until I was rewatching the end of last week earlier today. I was like, that's great.
I got a new toy. I'm going to touch it.
I like it. All right. So you guys make camp for your 4th evening. Anything special you want to do?
Not in particular. Def will meditate when he can.
All right.
I think Solomon's going to be continuing. How easy is it to find like small rocks, like hand size ish?
Not that difficult.
Cool. I'm regretting not picking up a group of bones now.
Do you need bones?
Yeah,
They've got a bunch.
Yes.
For what?
I'll show you what he has been working on. It's the rock versions of like a chess pieces.
Do I know what chess is?
It's for a game.
Fine. I'll give you some bones.
Yeah, Solomon will continue whittling away.
Mostly fingers.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I will also say, this evening of travel, you guys do get lucky, and you kind of come upon like this small cave that is uninhabited that you manage to rest in for the evening.
Would 4 days be enough to make enough chess pieces to play chess?
It's stone, and you're spending a lot of your time moving, so a lot of your downtime you guys spend resting. So let me full rest you again because we've been going. I need Theris. Is anyone else proficient in medicine other than Theris?
I am.
Anyone who's proficient in medicine, roll a medicine check for me.
22.
Not bad. Both of you kind of pick up on this fact. You notice that kid is starting to look really tired. Like, as the days kind of are moving on, he seems a little more tired each day.
You're not resting, are you?
Oh, me? I'm okay.
No, you're getting weaker.
I don't really. I have to keep the orb going. It's just a little taxing when we use our magic.
Can you show me how to do it? Or maybe you could draw off of me for a while instead of you.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that way. It only responds to me. And you watch as the orb kind of comes out and floats into the palm of his hand. And it's my dear friend. But he's been growing weaker since we've been here. I've been using him a lot lately. I'm not that strong. I mean, not specifically. He really just needs to rest a little bit. But if I let him rest, we'll all start to die.
How long?
We cannot use magic for a couple of days, which may help slightly, but as long as I keep him active, it's going to be hard on him.
Alright, no more magic the next few days, unless absolutely necessary.
How long would he need to rest for?
I don't know. I'll ask him. Scout, how long do you need to rest for? And you start hearing it beeping.
Does it say that's
Excuse me?
Tanya's, isn't it?
Yeah.
As it beeps, you watch Tanya's scout kind of lift up, seeming to hear the conversation, and float out as well. And the two orbs float next to each other. They're the exact same size. One glows, one does not.
Is it scout magic?
Scout's not magic, Scout's science.
Oh, okay.
What an interesting coincidence.
Wait, does that mean can both stave off the death effect?
You just see he's smiling like really big right now. And he's like, he joins the two orbs and starts talking to them. Like, what are the odds? It's very nice to meet you. Tony looks really confused. I take this as a very good sign. If this is already here, then maybe this is the time.
This is the time?
And he just looks really happy and excited. But he doesn't say anything else.
Can you combine these?
You hear both of the scouts make the same questionable noise at the same time, like, wait a minute. Oh, no, he's joking.
No, I'm not. Maybe their power together is stronger.
Well, they're the same thing. They can't really combine. They really shouldn't touch it all. That'd be a very bad idea.
Noted.
But
Still,
you watch as he reaches towards the other scout, it flies back over to Tanya. Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Tanya
said
kind of.
it was time. Time for what?
Oh, it's important, but I have a feeling maybe we'll win this time.
You've people done this before.
Oh no, they've never done this before. Although you're kind of new too. I don't remember you ever being there before. This is really exciting. What excellent news. Miss, if you'd like to speak to your friend there, maybe I can use him for a day and let my friend rest?
it's over to Tanya.
Mm-hmm. Tanya kind of looks over at Scout. What? It's okay. He's still very nice, even if you don't know him. Maybe you can try. And it kind of is like it. You gather Scout's whining a little bit, like he doesn't want to go to the new kid. Well, try it for a day. If you don't like it, you can come right back. As it finally agrees to go over, you watch as he tries to lift it up and make the field. But unfortunately, this scout cannot light up. It kind of makes like a little sad sound. It's like, you did your best. It's not your fault. Sorry, guys. It seems this one's been damaged at some point.
Can it be fixed?
In time, I guess, yeah.
Well, then just no magic for the time being.
Kind of nods. All right. I won't even make you a sign.
Well, if we're not
Watches
using
tonight.
magic, should we just wait here for a day?
No,
No, we.
our food is very limited. I think we're going to need to ration it out even more.
You could
How
always
much
try
food do we
eating
have
some
left?
of these little things.
You have 29 beads right now.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to
Amongst
think
all
about
of
it.
you.
Has Sunthé cooked one, or is she eating them raw?
What's fire?
Fair.
Heating
Yeah.
might be a bad idea.
Yeah, probably is.
So, I will not make you guys do watches this evening. However, I'm going to pick on Ari this time, but you all have a very similar dream to the dream Ari is about to have.
Oh.
Let me just see if I can find the appropriate.
So, just to point out, Solomon will be staying up a little later, but he will eventually go to sleep.
Oh, it's still here in all of its glory. Even the tokens are here. This is excellent. I'm so happy. Wait, is this the right one? Maybe it's not. I feel like there was a cage. Hold, please.
Holding.
Man, cages are always fun.
Oh, because I didn't. It's gonna be in our assets folder. This is from when we were still in normal fantasy grounds.
Hmm.
This is the last time we used this map. Oh, that was a good one too. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Images. Alright. While I look for this map, I can at least describe to you what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of wake up. You're not sure if you're asleep or awake, but you're bound. And can't move. Each arm and each leg is currently tied.
What the hell?
You look about. You are currently in a cave. You see random bottles lining the walls, and in the center of this cave, a very familiar looking cauldron boiling over.
Mm-hmm.
You know immediately where you are.
Back on
You-
the Hag Island.
In the cave of the Flesh Weaver. The old hag that you've had a lot of experience with and has gone down a much darker path.
What is she, or what am I bound with?
You are bound with very toughly with rope.
She's going to attempt to burn the rope.
Try to ignite fire, but nothing happens.
Does she
You're
see
all
anyone
having
around?
a very similar dream to this one. No,
Oh.
you're just in a cave. Yeah,
Uh,
you're all just currently bound in your dream in this cave.
Can I attempt to stand, or is it just?
No, like you're on your back, like tied to like a wooden table that's extended out. So your arms and legs are currently bound to this table.
I mean, if it's a rope, I can just pull.
Certainly try. You pull against it.
Mhm.
Roll an athletics check.
Gonna join in on that.
You pull against it, but nothing happens.
She's going to, I suppose, try and see if she can't wiggle some of it loose and try and slip her hand through.
Okay. Very important question. Am I in my
Hmm?
armor in this dream, or am I not?
It seems you're in your armor.
Okay.
You try to wiggle free. Not working.
I suppose her next attempt would be she's going to try and subtle spell a fireball.
Okie dokie. Nothing happens. Oh, maybe this was it.
Well, now that I have my armor on, I can't attempt to chew my own arm off anymore.
We'll use this for now. All right, so Ari will be our placeholder. Oh God, look at that grid. I gotta change this before Ferris yells at me. There you go. All right, so you are currently.
I mean,
You're all probably tied up like roughly about here.
Is 21 insight enough to know it's a dream?
It's hard to say because you have like sensations in this stream.
Okay.
Like you feel uncomfortable and in pain being bound.
all right.
Uh,
I
far is
apologize
the
if
cauldron?
we share senses. Shalman's gonna try and break his thumb so he can wiggle his wrist out.
You break your thumb, but as you pull against it, the ropes tighten on their own. As this happens, at this point, you guys watch the cauldron kind of like stands up,
and like turns and faces its front towards everyone who's bound, and then sits down.
The cauldron, is it like under a fire pit or on a fire pit or anything?
There's a fire underneath it, but it's not on a pit now.
She's gonna try and eat the fire.
Nothing happens. Let me get them for you. You just hear a kind of like a giggling from out of you, Ari.
Suppose she'll try and burst into flames next.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Manifest an echo.
Nothing happens.
Ooh. This bit.
You watch Ari. Oops. As a very familiar hag to Ari. Some of you it's familiar, some of you it isn't. Kind of walks up to you and kind of drags its finger across each of your faces.
I bite the finger.
I was gonna say the same thing.
And pulls it back. Well. What do we have here? I did miss you so. Oh. But you're so beautiful. You'd make a wonderful new coat. And you watch as she pulls out this sharp-looking, like, fishing knife. And she starts to carve away at each of you, like the skin on your arm, and starts to flay some of the flesh from your arm.
Really? Skinning me alive?
I need everybody to roll Constitution saving throws.
Can I argue?
Everybody.
Can I argue advantage? Fair.
I don't know why I dropped that.
I thought someone rolled a 1 there for a moment.
Have it.
You know what?
I mean,
I want to use
that's fine. I just like seeing my numbers. I think rolling the towers.
Well, I rolled worse. I got an 11.
You have another one.
No.
Oh wait, no, that's level 17.
No, I have two, but I don't want to use both.
Tanya, Constitution save. Tanya rolls a 17. Who else? Aw, Sora. I own you now.
When use a luck point for Deft. If I
Sure.
can.
Go for it.
Do a little better.
Jason.
Is 2 points better. Okay.
Rolls a 16.
I did 2 points worse than my last one.
Jambo. $16 for Jambo. And then just Allie. $21. Okay. Let's see. Starting at the top. Solomon.
Yes.
Deft, are you re-rolling?
I rerolled a 13. 2 points better than my last one.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So Solomon, Deft, Jason, and Jambo. And Tanya. You all suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh.
As you just these nightmares or more you can kind of take. You wake up and you all panic, kind of like grab for your arm. Nothing's there. But you do get the exhaustion. So let me drop that on you guys. And you wake up for your 5th day.
So a normal night for Solomon.
Yeah, Harry kind of like shoots out Covered in sweat. Heavy breathing.
So
That's a new one. I didn't die.
Allie just kind of like looks. Well, this is unpleasant.
You too?
You just realized that?
She just looks at Ari and she looks very worried.
What was in your nightmare?
Flayed alive by your old friend. She said she's gonna turn me into a suitcase and a handbag.
I was
I got a backpack.
Is that what she was saying?
Wait, all of you?
Suitcase like the one. Can I have a bite of that? As you're getting flayed alive.
I'm looking at my arm and I look disappointed that it's not purple.
Solomon,
It's a bit of purple, but not where it got cut off. No.
Solomon didn't stop staring her in the eyes as she did that. Yeah, some ugly old crone skinned me alive.
Telepathy, what's the limit on that? Can you also do images?
No.
Actually, roll a d100. He has natural telepathy, not spell telepathy. You're not experienced enough yet to kind of relay imagery, I would say.
Okay.
Not
You know,
possible.
I've really been through worse. You should have seen the stuff they taught us at wizard school. I mean, this was like torture 101.
I've been flayed alive about 6 times, I think, if not more.
I've never been flayed, and I don't want to be.
Well, you've been a little flayed now.
It stops really bothering you after the 5th.
For the 5th.
It's a weird way to get to the bones. It's very indirect. I prefer just reaching in and pulling apart.
As you guys are sitting here discussing your dreams, kind of putting these pieces together, Deft,
Hi.
as you're sitting there, your bag is moving slightly.
I just like try to hold it in place.
And it starts moving slowly across the floor.
No.
And you hold it and stop it.
I'm gonna like very slowly lift up the opening and peek in.
As you start lifting, it's still pulling against it. Like it's got full force against you. Like something's almost pulling at this bag. Roll an athletics check.
I'm just gonna sit on it.
It's up in the air.
Oh.
Like it's almost like there's something invisible pulling this bag and having a tug of war with you.
Oh, I have exhaustion. Bye.
So,
Bye.
I'll give you one
Ari
chance
will
to convince
fly
me to
over and
help.
try and help.
I mean, Solomon is sitting by the entrance, so if it walks by,
I'm gonna burn another luck point for that.
Hold on, I get it.
Ari's gonna fly
Natural
over and
one.
try and help as well.
Oh, I should have just rolled one dice, right?
For luck.
Yeah. You re-roll one die and which would give you a high of 11 plus 2, so 13.
It's not better.
All right. Let me just do one quick thing.
I think that's a 10 total.
It would be a 12 because you auto roll 10.
Oof. All right, as you hold against it, you watch as two things rip through your bag and fly out through the cave entrance.
I was sitting by the cave entrance. Did I see it?
Roll a dexterity saving throw, please. As two daggers fly in your direction.
Oh. Yes.
I mean, you like hit the ground as they fly towards you out of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Seemingly, you avoid getting hit by two flying daggers. And the bag drops to the ground.
Did I see anything with blind sense, or are they just flying daggers?
Yeah, you just sense the daggers. You look in your bag, there's two holes left.
Were those my Gancaster daggers?
The hell was
So
that?
that was your scout daggers.
You look as a humanoid form begins walking towards the front of the cave. I don't have this loaded, so give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
And I will drop it so the stream can see it too, and I don't just post it in Discord. Assets, images.
Or you gonna fight one of your best friends.
Oh my god, Ratman. Ratman, is it you?
I feel that. Deft. The picture you posted, the GIF you posted.
Oh, the Luffy one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I saw you guys talking about it earlier and I didn't click in. You guys see, walking into the cave in front of you, a very familiar looking face to some of you. As a bipedal rat-like humanoid walks in carrying two Gancaster scout daggers. And that is where we'll stop for tonight.
It was me.
There he is. It's you.
Yes, this is all due to Theris. This is one of our pre-campaign characters who has a lot to do with this campaign. Hasn't probably been on stream in a few years.
This was the first character I played with you in this
Probably.
group, so it's been almost 4 years.
Yeah, it was the
Last
pre-campaign.
time we had
Delph.
any interaction was when William sent this guy a message saying, "Hey, we have your child,"
At the Delph.
in a
Yeah.
very threatening manner.
But this character was originally not supposed to live. And Theris got him out alive and actually saved a child, which is also in the campaign as well. So
I still have the child's necklace and cloak, which I am currently wearing.
and the child's still alive. But
Somewhere.
we'll pause there for tonight.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Got at least one follow tonight. Appreciate that. Come back tomorrow night, midnight central, for some grimdark action where we see if they take the town back or not. And then we'll start
I'm
over
looking forward
again
to that one.
Tuesday, and then back here Friday again. So have a good weekend, everybody.
Sounds. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
everyone.
night.
Right.